Welcome to San Diego State University's online information session for non-resident students. My name is Rose Passanelli, and I'm the Director of Financial Aid and Scholarships.
My name is Tiante Sims, and I'm the Manager of Student Account Services. Today we would like to discuss affording SDSU. We will cover topics such as cost of attendance, aid limitations, financial aid estimates, loans, billings, payments, installment plans, and so much more. Please watch this message in its entirety in order to gain access to your personal financial aid award.
First, we are going to discuss the cost of attendance for San Diego State University. The basic tuition and fees are $7,184 per academic year. Non-resident students must also pay $11,160 per academic year. This is taken into account that you will enroll for 15 units each semester. We estimate that it will cost you approximately $1,854 for books, $15,966 for food and housing, and $1,494 for transportation, and $1,450 for miscellaneous costs that may arise during the course of the academic year. This amounts to $39,108 per academic year and approximately $156,432 for the 4-year duration you'll be at San Diego State. Please note that students are required to live in university housing for the first 2 years while attending San Diego State University. Because San Diego State is a state institution, a limited amount of aid is available, and financial aid awards are not negotiable. Even if your expected family contribution, also known as EFC, is low, your financial aid award will not cover all your expenses at San Diego State University. You will need to cover between $27,849 up to $33,664 per academic year out of pocket. This amount may be borrowed by your parents by taking out a parent loan, or if your family has other resources at their disposal, they may use those to pay the remaining balance. Next, I want to share with you financial aid estimates for students who are Pell eligible versus students who are not. Pell eligibility is determined by your expected family contribution, your EFC, which is calculated when you submit the free application for federal student aid. With this calculation, if you are not eligible for Pell Grant, here is what you are looking at insofar as a financial obligation. The cost of attendance at San Diego State University is $39,108. You can take out a loan up to $5,444 per academic year. This leaves you with a balance of $33,664 that you would need to pay out of pocket. This remaining balance could be paid with personal savings, college savings accounts, or other family resources. Your parents would also be eligible to take out loans to help you cover this amount. On the right hand of the side of the screen, this is an example of the cost to a student who is Pell eligible. This student would have the same cost of attendance and the same loan eligibility. The difference is the student could qualify for up to $5,815 in Pell Grant eligibility. This would leave the student with a balance of approximately $27,849 to pay out of pocket per academic year. In this situation, personal resources could be used, or your parent may request to take out a loan through the university to assist in paying the balance. Something I'd like to note is that the cost of attendance you are looking at is going to remain fairly consistent for the next 4 years. Non-resident students typically cannot become California residents for tuition purposes, so you will be paying out-of-state tuition for the duration of your degree program. Next, I want to share some information with you pertaining to loans. Every year as a student, you will qualify for loans. Some loans are subsidized by the government, and this means that the government is paying the interest on the loan up until you graduate or stop attending school, and you have a 6-month grace period. Other loans are unsubsidized, and this means you're going to pay the interest from the first day the loan is dispersed to you. Whether a loan is subsidized or not is determined by your expected family contribution. Regardless, however, both types of student loans carry a current interest rate of 3.76%. This rate is subject to change every year in July. As you can see, your loan eligibility increases as you complete more units at the university. As a freshman with 0 to 29 units, you may qualify for up to $5,500. As a sophomore with 30 to 59 units, you would qualify for up to $6,500. As a junior or senior, you would qualify up to $7,500 per academic year. Since you will still have a balance after borrowing to your limit, your parents will have the option of borrowing funds to cover the remaining cost of attendance. The parent loans come at a current rate of 6.31%. To qualify for these loans, your parent must pass a credit check. They may go online now and check their eligibility by visiting www.studentloans.gov. Something else I'd like to mention is that even if your parents are going to cover your full cost of attendance while attending San Diego State, it may not be a bad idea for you to take out student loans. This will help you build your credit while going to school. Then after you graduate, you'll be ready to buy a car or a house, and you'll have excellent credit. Next, I want to talk a little bit about alternative loans. Alternative loans are offered by banks, credit unions, and other financial institutions. They are typically borrowed by students who are not eligible or who have exhausted their federal loan eligibility. These loans typically carry higher interest rates and fees than the federal loans, and they are based on your credit rating and often require a cosigner. San Diego State does not promote the borrowing of alternative loans, but understand that this may be the only alternative a student has to attend San Diego State. Please do your homework and read the fine print. San Diego State will review and certify loan certifications only if you've completed the free application for federal student aid and have completed alternative loan counseling. Next, I want to tell you about a great way of helping you pay for your education: scholarships. SDSU does not consider students for scholarships automatically, therefore you must apply to be considered. You want to go to www.sdsu.edu/scholarship search. You will want to search twice, once for your major and then again for opportunities available to all majors. Scholarship deadlines are mostly in October, February, and May. Scholarships amounts may vary, and the process of obtaining a scholarship is competitive. Never rely on this money. Budget only if you are awarded. Next, I'll turn the presentation over to Tiante.
The next few slides pertain to functions of my office, Student Account Services, so I will be covering this information. First, I want to share with you information about the billing and payment process. SDSU is a prepaid campus, which means basic tuition must be paid prior to registration. The Office of the Registrar will notify students via their web portal account of their personal registration date. Log into your web portal and select My Registration to view your personal registration date. Please note, however, that your first semester's registration date will be determined by your orientation date. All new students register when they are here for orientation in the summer. Next, I want to cover non-resident tuition. Non-resident tuition is due prior to the first day of classes. The cost is $372 per unit. The amount you owe will be calculated on Student Account Services online at the time you register for classes. If non-resident tuition is not paid prior to the first day of classes, surcharges and late fees will be assessed. Next, we will talk about the billing process. Electronic bills are posted on the 15th of the month with a due date of the 1st of the following month. SDSU bills for lab fees, course fees, library fines, housing and meals, installment plans, and any unpaid tuition. Here you will see a screenshot taken from Student Account Services website. After you log into your account at www.sdsu.edu/SAS, you will select Make Payment, Fall 2017, or whatever semester you're making a payment for. From here, you will proceed to pay your bill. If you are unable to pay your basic tuition and fees entirely when they are due, you may pay in installments. To do this, you will need to enroll online through your Student Account Services portal. Again, this can be found by logging into www.sdsu.edu/SAS. You will then be expected to make an initial payment of $800 towards your tuition prior to registration. A $60 non-refundable service charge will be assessed along with the initial payment. Subsequent bills will be electronically sent to you and other authorized users on your account. The non-resident tuition portion of your bill may also be paid in installments. You can enroll online by logging to your student account online portal. An initial payment of $2,232 will be required to be paid upon signing up for the non-resident tuition installment plan. And additionally, a service charge of 15% of each installment will be assessed. You can avoid service charges by paying your tuition in full prior to the first day of classes. Here's a screenshot of what you will see when you are logged into your Student Account Services online portal. When you are on the online payment, billing, and account information screen, you will want to click on Enroll in Fall 2017 Non-Resident Tuition Installment Plan.
Next, we'd like to explain how your financial aid is applied to your bills. Students' financial aid is sent from the Office of Financial Aid and Scholarships to Student Account Services via an electronic process. This typically happens a few days prior to the start of the semester. Students must be enrolled and have no holds or ineligibles on their financial aid record. Student Account Services applies available aid to tuition, fees, and housing. If the financial aid funds are not sufficient to cover the balance, then a bill is generated. If the financial aid exceeds the student cost, then the excess is dispersed to the student via electronic process. All students are required to sign up for direct deposit, or to the parent via a paper check. In summary, we want you to remember that financial aid will only cover a portion of your total cost of attendance while attending San Diego State. Aid options are limited. Don't wait until the summer to contact us. We can help you make an informed decision now. Make sure SDSU is the right fit academically and financially.
Thank you for watching this online information session. We hope this was helpful to you. Displayed here is our contact information. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have. Thank you, and go Aztecs.